Remove the Torx screws that were previously under the spoiler. I did not find a way to do this without the spoiler removed. In the right tail light, there's this T40 and that T40. Remove this bracket by simply lifting and pulling out. And to reinstall, it's going to be at an angle. Just lift, insert, and like this. Lift and pull out. T40 is on the driver's side as well. Lift and remove. On the right side, 1, 2, 3. Right angles are awesome. 2, 3. On the left and right sides, there is a screw hiding inside the wheel wells towards the top back. It helps to put a camera into the wheel well to see it, and to use the camera as a viewfinder for locating the screw. It's going in, and it's hidden right there. So now we're gonna get at it. And then we're gonna remove the rest of it. I'm gonna use a flexible bit. Grab it again with my finger. Clicked in. That's a little too much force, so we're going to switch to something gentler. Ah, but it broke loose. It did break loose. And we can get it with our hands. To reinstall, we're probably going to jack up. Just a little bit, just this side, just to give us more space. So the angle is like this. I used Cayman instructions as a reference, which were different on the 987, so that's why I have 8 holes here. I'm going to do my due diligence and check on the right side. Aha, so the Boxster does have a Torx on the right side, but the Cayman instructions do not. The Torx, which is a standard screw head thingy, to a tiny hex wrench, to a tiny angled hex wrench, to a tiny hex wrench extension, to an adapter back to the Torx head that fits in a standard screwdriver. This one was a challenge because it was stuck pretty well. I broke it loose with this guy. The great part is if you hold the metal outside, this doesn't spin, but the inside does. So you don't damage anything, and you can place it along the bumper here. Great tool, I'll link it below. Okay, on the Boxster 987.1, left wheel well, right wheel well, 3 each side, 3 on top behind the spoiler, and the taillight bolts. That we should just be able to. Shake the bumper. Pops outwards on the back. Pops outwards on the back here. We just grab it and pull it towards us a little bit. Outwards towards us. We just need to get it off the pins. And like that. Bumper comes off. Something slides out there. We just disconnect these lights from the back. Plastic is brittle and hard and it's become attached. So I'm going to try to remove the connectors at the lights. And that gives me more luck. Huzzah! So we're basically going to put the hole for the rear camera here, run that wire along here into over there, and we're going to have to figure out how to wire the rear camera a little bit better and think about it a little more. And this is a terrific opportunity to clean the bumper up. You might want to clear some cardboard just to make sure you don't scratch it. And if you're doing it for the purposes of installing a rear camera, now's a good time to set it down if it's a one-man installation. for the wiring. Reinstall the rear lights for the license plate. Now when you're positioning the bumper, set down this cable for reattachment to the rear lights. Pull the bumper a little closer to reconnect your number license plate lights. Pull it up, you can rest it on the exhaust if you want. This goes under this. The pins gets pulled around this. Pull under this, the pins align like so. The hardest part was going back between the right, adjust the right, and adjust the left, and going back and forth a little bit. If you're like me, quickly pull off the bumper and reinstall this vent. So in post, we're going to make sure, don't forget this black vent, because it's important and it keeps water and other debris out of your car. So, might have to pull it off and reinstall the bumper real fast. I think for a snug and trim and accurate fit, what we're going to need to do is install the same way we removed. So first, I think we're going to need to cheat a little to get access to this bolt. So first, we're going to reinstall the left wheel well Torx. Make sure this gap is nice. With the car chucked up, bumped up, not even raised off the ground, and that gives us the clearance we need to reinstall the Torx. I'm using my camera as a viewfinder. Yes. Let's make sure the panel is perfect. There we go. Now the gap is consistent. Camera as the viewfinder, long pokey stick, adjust the bumper and a little for it to fit. Sorry for the shaking, filming at the same time. Attach handle. Get the Torx in the thing again. Almost all the way. So even though for removal, we did the bottom Torx next, we're actually going to do the left and right taillights Torx bits because we care more about the alignment at the top visually than if the bumper is perfectly aligned at the bottom. So first we're going to do the left taillight, then the right taillight for the nice consistency of these lines on both sides. Then the top Torx for alignment, and then finally the bottom left taillight. Power tool on a very forgiving setting. Bracket and left taillight. Bracket goes in the same way. And for the right taillight. Those three go in the top. The bottom three. Over here, here, and here in the middle of this black bar, respectively, on either side, and then we're done. Pull the bumper back a bit.